Greetings to all of you, my dear brothers and sisters, and welcome back to Black Statement Music and News Channel, the channel that's raising the conscious level of the people all over the world. I am your brother, Bao Jean Chin, and I'm back at you today to deliver this powerful part two of the message that we started on yesterday, titled Black Women Robbing Black Men in the Name of Love. Black women robbing black men in the name of love, part two. Today I'm going to deal with the actions and behavioral problems and patterns that's affecting black women in America today. I'm going to deal precisely with the what and the why and how it's actually driving black women to behave and act in the way that they're carrying on today. A lot of what I'm going to give you today will be some short outtakes of certain chapters in my book that I'm presently writing right now. And these chapters will actually deal with the what and the why and the how. It's going to deal with the what, meaning what you are doing that's causing so much hell in your life and problems in your life. It's going to deal with the how, meaning how your behavior and actions are affecting your life as it relates to the choices that you have made and now dealing with the consequences of the choices that you have made. So, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, I would suggest that you would grab you some paper and pencils so y'all can write down a lot of what I'm going to be giving you today. This is going to be a beautiful message, and it's going to be a hurting message to some of you. But like I told you, if this message fits you, then wear it. If it don't fit you, then I'm not even talking to you, my dear sisters. Now, let's get straight to the point. Today, the spell and curse of the black woman's lust-driven, money-loving, false perception of love and happiness is a sickness that must be totally destroyed today. Let me say that again. The spells and curse of the black woman's lust-driven, money-loving, false perception of love and happiness is a sickness that must be totally destroyed today. This spell and curse is a demonic spirit and energy that's made its way into the generational bloodline and DNA coding of the Aboriginal, indigenous, black man and woman. The spell and the curse made its way into the black man and black woman's generational bloodline and DNA by way of the man's disrespect as well as the woman's disrespect of themselves and of their people and of their behavior. Now, this curse was brought on by way of the black man and black woman's interbreeding with those of the Neanderthal, Dravidian, European, Caucasoid race of people thousands upon thousands of years ago. In other words, this spell and curse, my dear beautiful black sisters, that has taken an effect on you is because of your interactions, because of your breeding and sleeping with the people being of the Dravidian, Neanderthal, European, Caucasoid, white race of people. These actions came upon you by your direct intervening sexually with those of this race. In other words, because the black Aboriginal men breeding with other outside races who were very wickedly and sexually promiscuous, adulterers, who fornicated and carried out some of the most sickening and perverted sexual acts that has ever been known to the world. Yes, listen to me. I want y'all to just follow me in this message and listen to the facts that I'm presenting to you. These are historical facts that I have researched and gathered to present to you today. And like I say, some of this information will be in my book that should be finished and ready for publication sometime around September or October. I want y'all to look out for the book. As I said earlier, I'm not going to release or give you the title of the book for the purpose of copyright purposes. I've just sent the copyrights off, but I'm waiting to receive them. So that's why I don't want to give y'all the title of the book. But it's going to be one of the most powerfulest books that you've ever read in your life. The information in the book will be very, very deep and very powerful. Now, let me move on. These race of people, this Caucasoid, Neanderthal, Dravidian race of people, they were committing some of the most wickedest and evil sexual acts that has ever been done by human beings. And these wicked, perverted sexual acts that they were carrying out, they were not only carrying out these acts between each other and other races of people, they will be carrying out these acts between their own Neanderthal, Dravidian, and Caucasoid race of white European people. In other words, they were doing all of these perverted and ungodly, wicked sexual acts with their own people and other races of people that they came in contact with. And these are the facts. A lot of this, that's why I say y'all can take notes of this, and after hearing this message, you can go and do the research for yourself. I am in no way disrespecting any race of people or trying to demise any race of people. So I just want that to be clear. But I have to tell you the truth now and have to show you, my dear black women, what is really happening to you and why you are acting the way that you're acting towards your black brothers in America. I have to tell you the truth now. The truth may hurt, but like Jesus said, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. If you ain't wanting to be free, then you must want to be a slave or in bondage. Because the opposite of freedom is a man or a woman that has made their mind up to be in bondage. And I know, my dear beautiful black sisters, is not that dumb or ignorant that they want to be in bondage. Nobody in their right mind want to be in bondage and living under the illusion of lies. Let me move on. Now, and let me say this as I go on. To any of you that might think that I am a racist or don't like white people, that is as far from the truth as the sun is from the earth. I don't hate white people or don't dislike white people. I do not hate anybody but the devil and all those who carry out his instructions, his behavior, and his actions and plans. Let me say that again. The only people or persons that I hate are the demons or the devil or his demon cohorts who think like the devil, who carry out his instructions, his behavior, and his actions and his plans. Anything that's doing these things, I hate you. But I do not hate white people or any other people. I am against interracial marriage and relationships. No, I don't think so. Am I against interracial marriages and relationships? No, I'm not against interracial marriages and relationships. I'm against anybody or anything that's against me and not in the best interest for me or my life or my people. Listen to me again. You ask, am I against interracial marriages and relationships? I'm against anybody or anything that's against me and not in the best interest for me or my life or my people. That's what I'm against. But wait a minute. Let's see what God is against. Let's see if God is against certain races of people marrying other races of people. Let's see what God thinks about that and what God says about that. Let's look at this, brothers and sisters. In the Bible, in the book of Deuteronomy, the 7th chapter and the 3rd verse, listen to what God says here. This is God speaking. Not Brother Chin, this is God. God says, don't let your daughters marry the sons of the Canaanites or the Hittites or the Jebusites or the Perizzites. God is speaking here. Let me read it again to you now. Listen very carefully. In Deuteronomy chapter 7 in the 3rd verse, God says, don't let your daughters. He's speaking to the fathers, our great ancestors and forefathers, men who had daughters, some beautiful, black queens. God says, don't let your daughters marry the sons of the Canaanites or the Hittites or the Jebusites or the Perizzites. Now that's what God say. Now, Brother Chin, that's what God is saying here. Now, you say, well, Brother Chin, that's the Old Testament. Well, let's go further into the New Testament. God says in the New Testament, in 2 Corinthians, the 6th chapter and the 7th verse, God says, come out from among them and be ye separate, says God, and touch not the unclean thing. And that's what I'm saying to you, my dear beautiful black queens in America. It's time for y'all to come out from among your wicked, ungodly, and disrespectful black girlfriends, men friends, your family friends. I wouldn't care if it's your mama, your daddy, your uncle. God says, come out from among those type of people. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Come out, distance yourself, separate yourself. Don't be involved now in all of this foolishness, this wicked, rotten behavior that you know your black sisters are doing. I'm talking about these black women, especially these who supposed to be so-called role models, or those who claim to be famous, those who claim to be successful, these actresses, these women on these silly, rotten talk shows. I told y'all yesterday, y'all gotta stop being involved and attaching yourself to all of this foolishness that's destroying our especially young men and women. Y'all got to come out from all of this foolishness. To hell with all of this ignorant talk shows, all of this Wendy Williams and all of this Housewives of Atlanta, Housewives of LA, Housewives of New York, Basketball Wives. All of these people that's involved in this wicked, disrespectful conversation. Who would ever thought that a group of black women would get together on a TV show and sit before the world and curse each other out, call each other bitches, scream and holler at each other, even take it as far as wanting to fight with each other. And y'all sitting amongst this crap in your homes watching this foolishness. These women got your babies, our young black babies. They got them sitting around the TV laughing and watching this and following all of this asinine behavior, all of this ungodly and polluted, filthy behavior. How can you sit and cuss your black sister out? That's your sister. Let me move on. Like I said, we're going to get deep today in this. So God is saying to y'all, this God speaking what I'm saying to y'all now. God is saying, come out from among the wicked and evil behavior. Separate yourself, God says, from the unclean thing. And that's what all of that filthy cursing and cussing that y'all do amongst each other, black women calling each other bitches. God say separate yourself. Don't be around these type of women that's using all of this unclean, filthy, disrespectful language and acting out in a way that's killing each other. That's why most black women today can't even sit in fellowship amongst their black sisters. Y'all see each other, and when you approach each other with an attitude because you mad about something she done said to one of your other girlfriends that done repeated that garbage and trash to another one of your girlfriends who in turns have repeated it to some other girlfriend of yours. And now when y'all see each other, you're smiling in each other's face and laughing, but then deep on the inside, you really ain't got no true love for one another. I'm telling y'all today, man, this crap gotta stop. I'm telling you to stop it. Because you're destroying a whole nation of particularly young black boys and girls. Because they're watching y'all. They listening to y'all. And y'all think just because these young black children are 10 years old, 9 years old, y'all think because they're young, they don't understand your behavior and your language that y'all are displaying? Y'all done really lost y'all mind. This is really why they don't respect you. Because they know you don't even respect yourself. You going from man to man. You leave this man, you fall in love with another man in the name of a lie. Then you leave him after he done dog you out and disrespect you and done jugged all up in your guts all night long and done left you there with a few dollars, and then you don't hear from him no more until God knows when. Then you look around, you're throwing up in the morning because you ain't got your menstruation. Then you go to the doctor, and the doctor tell you, well, good news, you're pregnant. That ain't no damn good news. Only if he knew how many other children you done had from other men that done left you and dog you. Don't get mad with me. I'm talking to you, black woman. I'm talking to you right now. We're going to talk today. Let me get back into this word. So what God is telling you, God is upset with y'all. Not only the black women, but black men as well. Like I said, I'm going to deal with them another time. Don't be telling me nothing about, well, what about the black man? Well, what about them? Worry about yourself. You get you in order. You get your life together. You stop acting like a fool. Stop living in the lust of your flesh. And while I'm on that, let me say this here. And to my especially young teenage girls, don't y'all follow these ignorant, old, wicked, dumb black women that's supposed to be teaching y'all. Listen, don't y'all follow them going into these clinics and letting these wicked doctors cut on your body and slice up your flesh and pump all kind of plastic in your behind and fluid in your lips and give you plastic breasts. Don't y'all let these wicked doctors perform all of this wicked cosmetic surgery on y'all. Y'all young black sisters, listen to Brother Chin. I'm telling you this out of love. Don't follow these elder women that y'all see walking around with all of this big behind and big titties and cosmic surgery that they done had on them, letting some doctor cut them all up on a table in a doctor's office. Don't y'all follow them. These are women that don't truly love themselves. They are so dumb and lost into the outside appearance of themselves, and don't have no clue or understanding what the meaning of love from the inside deep from the bottom of the heart. They don't have a clue. So y'all, young and even older women, for this case, don't follow them. They need help. When God created you the way he created you, he ain't make no mistakes. He knew what he was doing. Let me get back to my message. Now, so what God is saying when he says, don't let your daughters marry the sons of the Canaanites, God is speaking about these are other races of people. These are tribes which are of the Caucasoid, Neanderthal, Dravidian race of people. They are classified genetically as having rhesus monkey blood and antigens in their bloodline. That is their genetic makeup. That's why I told y'all, if you don't believe me, write this down as we go along, and then you go do the historical research for yourself. See, if you weren't so busy into watching these foolish women on TV spewing all of this silly ass rhetoric and foolish conversation, that's not going to help you or your children or your family. Y'all would know most of this, and therefore you wouldn't be acting the way you acting and behaving the way y'all behaving towards yourself and the black man in America. All of this perpetrating y'all putting on, that's why a lot of you wearing these masks. You putting on all of this mascara and fake eyelashes and fake hair, which I explained to you on yesterday. You putting Caucasoid white women's dead hair on top of your head, thinking you look different, and that's going to enhance your appearance. Some of y'all really need to look at yourself in the mirror. You got black skin. You got white hair on your head. You got highlighted paint on your face. Mascara, lipstick, blush, eyeliner. You got your face all painted. That's why I gave you the scripture talking about Jezebel painted her face. Where y'all think all of this come from? The Bible is a guide for you to search so you can go look back in time in history, and it'll explain to you what you see today, where all of it came from thousands of years ago. And as far as that, meaning you women and all of this disguisable makeup, it came from Jezebel, the one spirit that y'all are possessed with today, Jezebel. And that's why I told you that spirit is killing y'all today. That spirit got y'all not wanting to be who God created you to be, because you figure if you try to disguise yourself and be something that you're not, that's going to attract the attention of the black man, therefore making him to feel like, my God, look at that. But only if he know. Only if he knew, which eventually he will. But to me, brothers, it seems like y'all don't even care no more. Y'all ain't even got no problem with a woman putting on a face full of makeup, looking like somebody she's not, and then you go and fall in love with her, and when you get to start laying with this woman, knowing she has to take off the makeup, it's like y'all don't even care. But we will talk about that, brothers, when I deal with you. I'm not here to tell no grown man or grown woman what to do or who to be with. But it's something wrong with you sister and brother, if you that desperate, or you looking for love, or want to be in love or accepted by a man that bad, that you got to enhance your appearance and your looks and your facial identity and enhance your body, it's something wrong with y'all. It's something that's very, very wrong with y'all that y'all need to check yourself with. Now, as I said, this curse and these spells, y'all have heard people say that she got a spell on you, or he has a spell on you. A spell is a demonic, wicked, life-sucking spirit that takes a hold of the individual. A spell is the same as what they call a stronghold. It takes root inside of you, and it actually transforms you, and it hypnotizes you to where it can get the individual to do anything that that person wanted to do. I told y'all yesterday that Jezebel's husband was under a spell. She put him under a spell to where she had total control of this man. Jezebel had her husband under so much control, she cursed him out. Well, she used very disrespectful, ungodly language to her husband. And she disrespected that man so much to where he started crying. Jezebel's husband, Ahab, wanted something that another man had. This man had a vineyard. His family left him a vineyard and land. And he wanted it so bad that she told him, don't you worry about it. And he started crying. And she told him in so many words, lay down and go to sleep and shut up and stop crying. I'm going to get the vineyard. And that's when she had her husband to go set this man up and rob this man and took his vineyard and then set him up to be killed. She made false allegations against him and had him killed. That's what, what Jezebel did to this man and to her husband. And this is the same type of spiritual behavior that some of y'all, black women, are carrying out today. A lot of y'all has cast spells. And a lot of y'all have put spirits on men by your words come out your mouth, by your actions. Some of y'all are even dealing and dabbling in witchcraft. You know what I'm talking about. You know good for damn well what I'm talking about. And again, this crap and mess has to stop today. If you got to go through all of that to get a man and you that desperate for a man, sister, you need to really go check yourself into a hospital and get some mental help, sister. I'm talking to my black women today. All of you. All of the black women in America, I'm talking to you right now. This message is for you. If you got to go out your way to pull a man in because you so desperate, or because the last man done disrespect you and kick you to the curb, so now you got to go find another man, and then you use your body as a weapon, and you say all kind of lying things to him, make all kind of promises that you know you can't keep, and tell a man all what you gonna do, but you really are seeking this man out for the life and energy and finances that you can suck out of him. I'm telling y'all, if y'all don't stop this mess, God himself, which he's already doing right now, y'all don't even realize it. That's why a lot of y'all right now, you sick. Y'all sick. Y'all got sickness all in y'all body. Y'all are starting to get diseases, this sugar diabetes and cancer and uterus cancer and all this other sickness in your body, and you don't even realize why it's happening to you. I'm telling you, y'all better stop. Y'all better stop robbing black men in the name of love. Stop lying to these black men and perpetrating a fraud that you are something that you know you really not. Stop getting involved in relationships with black men that you know you're not ready and prepared to be in. Stop getting in relationships while you are psychologically still upset and angry with the last relationship that you done got out of with some man that done physically abuse you, verbally abuse you. Stop this mess. Leave these brothers alone until you really get yourself some help to where you know you prepared to be in a relationship or a marriage that you're going to be in and committed to for the rest of your life until death do you part. And you married brothers and sisters, you women, you marrying this man, divorcing him, and going to that man. Once you get with that man, you divorce him and marry another man. When you divorce this man, you marry another brother and divorce him. What in the hell is wrong with y'all? Don't you know, according to the Bible, God says the husband and the wife is bound to one another until the day that death do them apart? God says in the Bible, in the book of Corinthians, chapter 7, that the wife is bound to the husband and the husband is bound to his wife until death do them apart. God hates divorce. And if you done married and divorced another man, or a man done divorced and married another woman, that's really not your husband, sister and brother. That's really not your wife. If y'all have committed divorce, if you file for divorce, you are not that second man's true wife. Brother, if you done file for divorce, you are not that second woman's husband. Brother, if you file for divorce and you with another woman, you are not that woman's husband. That's why y'all sleeping with everybody's husband today. You sleeping with everybody's husband except your own. God tells you, women, be committed to your own husband. Women, be committed to your own husband. Husbands, be committed to your own wife. Subject yourself to your own wife. Subject yourself to your own husband. God tell you that right in the Bible. So when you divorce your wife or husband for another man or woman, that's not your wife. That's not your husband. You're sleeping with another man's husband. So that means in terms you are actually sleeping with somebody else's wife, committing adultery. Y'all are married in the name of adultery. Y'all sleeping with each other and claiming each other to be husband and wife, but you under adultery. You're living under adultery. And the pastor that married you, he on his way to hell. Because that means he ain't following the commands of the Bible, which was written by God. And if he claimed God called him as a pastor or a bishop, how he gonna divorce y'all or counsel y'all and lead y'all in the way to committing divorce? He shouldn't even counsel y'all if he know you done had a previous husband and she done had a previous husband and you done had a previous wife. A pastor shouldn't even sit down and consider counseling y'all or giving y'all no advice to get married. You're committing sin. You're committing adultery. If you got a second wife or a second husband, you committing adultery. Some of y'all have been married once, twice, 2 times, 3 times. Pastors and bishops calling themselves men of God. They done married 2 times and 3 times and 4 times. This pastors. And you got this woman sitting up in the pulpit talking about she the first lady. There ain't no first lady. Eve was the first lady. That's your second wife you done married and you living in adultery. Now let me move on from that. Sisters, my beautiful black sisters, it's time now for you all to check yourself. I'm speaking to every black woman right now that's listening to the sound of my voice. It's time for you, black woman, to begin to check yourself and to get healed and delivered from all of the foolishness and wickedness that y'all are living in. I say this out of love. I say this with compassion. It's time for y'all to stop the mess that y'all are committing. It's time for y'all to stop this out of control behavior that y'all are operating in. I'm going to go ahead and close this down and shut it down now. I hope that something that I have said to you in these 2 messages, part 1 and part 2, have helped you or your loved one or your family or your friend or somebody. And I hope that this message will encourage you enough to begin to even consider now making a change in your life. I'm going to ask y'all, share this video with every black woman that y'all can. Any and every black woman that y'all may know as a friend or a family member or one of your colleagues that work with you on your job, share this message and video. I told y'all, I'm not looking for popularity. I'm not trying to be famous. I don't care nothing about followers. I ain't looking for money. I ain't looking for thumbs up and likes. I don't need all of that. I'm doing what God has called me to do. And that's to help y'all fix your life and come out of the sick and suffering condition that y'all are going through right now. So as I leave you, and until I see y'all again, stay in the spirit and stay in the love of Almighty God. Peace.